Can everyone hear me? So wherever you're at, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. I'm indeed very honored to be today's guest speaker. And if you are ready to hear, if you are ready to hear my sharing, put in 1 on the chat box. So 1. Yep. So let's start. My background. I was born and raised in southern Malaysia for 15 years. So when I was growing up, my only two interests were checking out girls in school and playing basketball. Basically, no other topic interested me at all. Not at all. And then after 15 years, I moved to Kuala Lumpur, and immediately my parents arranged me to go to Mexico for a year exchange program. So if you speak Spanish, hola amigos. 1 second, let me just adjust. Yep. So after spending a year there in Mexico, I quite enjoyed the life there, pretty much. So I was like, I really didn't want to leave the country. So, but my parents were not able to afford for my dream. Yep, because there's another dream that I had was playing professional basketball, like making a dream to the NBA, because I was that good, I think. So fast forward 3 years after I came back from Mexico, I had a chance to visit. I have a chance to live and study in Canada I was going to stay with my godfather. My godfather is originally from Malaysia. He has been residing in North America, US, and Canada for over 30 years. So he gave me the offer to stay with him. I took it. When I took the offer, I was so happy because I thought I would be away from this country for the rest of my life. In my heart, I was like, wow. But my parents didn't know it because I didn't want to show it. I just want to show how the high that I had inside me. Okay. So as I was persuading my dreams, like staying permanently in Canada and playing basketball, potentially there, my godfather came back to KL for a short vacation. That's what he does every summer. So he hung out with my mom. My mom passed her the 3 DVDs. So if you started the Enagic business any time before 2014, you probably recognize these DVDs. This one, like people sharing on their the war stories. This one, the demo done by Bob Vidali. This is probably the most famous one. It's called The Answers for a Thirsty World, done by Dana D. McCulley. So I was given these 3 DVDs. That was the first time I heard about the product and the company. However, my godfather is skeptical, and I was misinformed with the information given by my mom to him. So he didn't take it seriously. I didn't take it seriously either. So I tried to play any of these on the DVD player. It didn't work, and I forgot about it completely. Then on February the following year, I was dating a Korean girlfriend. My Korean girlfriend's mom was hospitalized, like she was very ill. When I said that to my mom was like, "Hey, the water is going to help." I said the exact same sentence to my girlfriend. She's like, "Your mom has lost her mind." I said again the same thing, like a messenger. You have lost your mind. And again, I forgot about it completely. And after 3 months after that incident, I finally graduated from high school. So I'm a high school graduate, didn't go to college, and I came back. I came back home. And as soon as I got home from the airport, I saw the machine SD501 placed in front of me. It still feels like yesterday. That was like 2012, May 2012. I still remember the day very well. So my mom was like, "Hey, help yourself with the water." I said, "Okay." So I got a bottle like this. So I drink. My first reaction after drinking that 9.5, I was like, man, my immediate reaction was like, man, that was the tastiest water I've ever drank in my entire life. Because before that, I used to buy the Sunny, a brand of Coca-Cola, when I was in Canada. So the Sunny, for your information, is one of the top water brands in North America. I like it because it is sweet. The labeling is always about eco-friendly, go green. Yeah, I like it. I like the idea. And I later found out that it's acidic. It's not good for you. If you drink more, you are always acidic. Yep. Then after that, I slowly developed my health. My health improved from using that SD501. I got a job offer from a good friend who is in my hometown from the south. He's like, "Hey, why don't you join me? I would make you a better person, better human being." I'm like, initially I agreed, then I disagree, and he he wasn't happy when he heard about my final decision. He wasn't very happy. And then things went on. Because I wasn't able to go back to Canada and to pursue my dream anymore, I had to stay back, obviously. So I had to immediately apply for a part-time job. And that part-time job lasted me for 5 weeks only, because I didn't like the working environment. There was only a day off, the typical 9 to 5 job. I didn't like it. And after 5 weeks, I quit my job. I was sort of thinking of the offer that my friend tried to offer. But before that, there was a Enagic business training held in somewhere near the office. It was exactly a month before the opening of Enagic Malaysia. I remember that day very well because my mom wasn't able to attend it. She was trying to build the market in Thailand. I replaced her. I remember that day very well because I was the youngest attendee of the training. If you see any of the top earners from the Hall of Fame in Nanjing, Malaysia, I was with those guys that day. And I didn't remember much because I was not experienced in business at all. So I only heard the person who sat next to me was Alfredo from East Malaysia. That guy made what? One sale per day. I was like, ooh, okay. So after the training ended, my mom was like, "Hey, I'm ready to bring you over to Thailand and let's do something together." I'm like, no, 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 no. Chotto mate, chotto mate. I accepted my friend's job offer. I'm going to work with him. So, yep, that's what happened. And that was the first time I I was going to spend 3 months working with my friend's company. That was the first time I didn't have the access to Kangen water. And guess what? My health got worse. In fact, my mom offered me to go to one of the downline's home back in the days, and because I was so shy, I said that I don't need it. So after 2 months, finally, I was like, this is enough. I need to make a decision to move on. Then before I quit my job officially, I talked to my friend, blah 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 blah, and yep, I quit my job after 3 months. He let me go. He respected my decision. And when I got home from the south, I arrived at the door. I told my mom, "Hey, mom, what should I do with my feet? Because I have got athlete feet. You know, the stinky feet for 10 over years. And how do you cure it? There's no way you could cure it, right?" She just said, "Hey, yeah, okay, it's fine. Let's get you to some 2.5 treatment." So I felt like a VIP. So she got me a bucket of 2.5. I put both my feet into it. And after 2 days of soaking my feet into the 2.5, the powerful 2.5, the smell is gone for good. Yep. And my mom goes on and asks, "Hey, you've been drinking this water for a long time, for almost half a year. So, as a 21-year-old boy, do you have any good experiences with the product?" I was like, yeah, I do. Because prior to knowing the machine, I like to sleeping in. I'm always tired, no energy. I feel like I'm aging faster, and I have got this unexplained itch that I developed for 3 years. And I'm like, hey, yeah, I think that itch is gone. The itch is gone. Because if I didn't drink that 9.5, you imagine that if you, in the past, you were not allowed to try to frighten me. If you did, the itch starts coming up. So I'll be like scratching here and there, non-stop. And yeah, that's gone. So that's how the product helped me overall. And less pimples, basically no pimples at all. Look at that. Yep. And finally, I was jobless. I had to sign up as a talker in January 2013 to start a new life. I was pretty much getting distracted a lot. That's why it took me almost 7 years to become 6A. So from the day I signed up, getting distracted, not knowing why. Because initially I was just helping my mom to organize stuff for the demo, like bringing the product, the sesame oil, the tomatoes, the pH tester, the ORP meter, and many times one of the tools is missing, and I always get scolded. And that's probably one of the reasons why I didn't develop the passion in what I was I was doing. So it went on for two and a half years until I met someone. So I attended Inagic Philippines 5th anniversary in Philippines, and I met this gentleman. You probably know him, you probably don't. Let me just share screen with you. Can anyone see it? So on the guy with the taller guy is the person that I was talking about, the person that I met. He's Mr. Isobe. He was the company's master trainer. The person next to him is called Mr. Go. Mr. Go was his interpreter for 4 or 5 years before he got promoted to become the general manager for Canada region, and then now the Germany region. So the background of Mr. Isobe. So if you could see here, it says he developed system for network business companies in 1980 and has instructed in 26 countries and trained almost 6,000 lecturers worldwide. So to fast forward, to cut the long story short, in that Inagic event in Philippines, he gave a 2-day recap for his actual training. Then this is the part where it hit me the most. It sort of like gave me a awaken call. Let me just play the short clip. It's like a minute clip.
Is this way, so it's not right. Well, the time is limited. Say you're born in zero, say you're just born, starting to live from 0 years old till 80 years old, let's say. Say you are living to 80 years old. 時間と言いますか、1ヶ月の12ヶ月とかねは、1年は1ヶ月の12ですから12ヶ月ですね。So 1 year has a 12 month, right? で、かける80年だったらイコール9960ヶ月。So if you time multiplied by 80, and that you get 960 months. ゼロからスタートです。Starting from 0. 960ヶ月。So only 960 months. 今年もそろそろ終わりですね。This year's already, halfway past. Almost end. 違いますか? Right? あと何ヶ月で終わるんですか? How many months do you have this month?
Did you hear that? Did you hear the last part? How many months do you have? So it was like a wake-up call to the point where I thought how much time I've wasted for the last 24 years. But I didn't include the fun times I had. I'm speaking on planning, a perspective on planning your life. So I didn't have that at all. So in order to attend his food training, I had to become a 6A. So obviously I wasn't a 6A. I was just a 4A back then. And luckily, he, again, share screen. Luckily, after 2 months, he returned. The same thing, he talked about it. And this time I brought 4 people with me, including my mom. I just say I really like his teaching. I want to learn more about it. And again, Mr. Go was there. So the reason why he picked Mr. Go as his #1 interpreter, because he just see something in him to develop him. So if you don't know who he is, if you have read the latest e-friends, this e-friends, this particular e-friends of October talks about Mr. Go. See that? Go Hamagata. So right here now, he got transferred to become the GM of Germany in Europe. So everyone under the guidance of Mr. Isobe, everyone improved, including the management, myself, or people who have attended his training. Then, after this training, on the Malaysia 3rd year anniversary, I said to myself, attending his training is one of my dreams. So as soon as just become a 6A quickly, and you're going to attend it. So he has held the same training, his full 4-day training for many places. In some part is in Europe, Canada, US, repeatedly, and as time goes by, finally on November 2018. So this is the flyer I got from someone on inbox, and this time the training was open for distributors who are above 5A. Then my dream came true, because I was already a 5A when I saw this flyer. I'm like, I'm gonna go. I am going to go. Let me just see what he's got for me. So when I arrived in New York, and it was in New York that got my attention again, because I want to travel. Yeah, so I miss US so much. So that's what brought me there, his training and New York City. And let's see. So this is us, our photograph together 15 minutes before the training on day 1. So we both look okay, I think, because we just arrived from Asia, so we were gonna have jet lag so much. After that, we looked so happy, and we were not the same after that. But it was just a joke. So a little bit about what happened in that training. So his training is very different. It's all about personal development. So if you are not succeeding, you are not getting your dreams come true, so it's because of you. You are your own owner. So it put in a 2 if you agree that you are your own owner. So yeah, and after that he talked about the company, the business part of it, and I got a few good materials from him, like this one. So I use that to train my team. So inside here talks about how you should get started when you are brand new, or also a reminder for you when you are 6A, 6A2 and above, doesn't matter. And he got his a book here. So again, personal development. I still reading it, very good. And there's myself there, if you could see me, along with other distributors. That was the final day of the training. So everyone left happily. And that's me. So every distributor, after graduating from that training, is given a gold pin. So this is what I received. There are three types of gold badge. The number one is the one with 5 diamonds. Number 2, which is what I had, with 2 diamonds. The final one is the one with no diamonds, and I'm lucky to have received this one because of those 4 days. I was given assignments and I completed the task, everything, and he feels like giving me the one with two diamonds, and I completed everything and graduated, and boom, my momentum started from there. But this thing doesn't matter if you don't improve further in life. This is, just a decoration to look cool on a suit. But if you don't improve again or remain the same, this does not matter at all. Yep. Okay. Right now, I'm full-time in the business as a 6A. Oh yeah, so after the training, I became a 6A in 4 months. Yeah, the following year, on the same year, but 4 months after that training. Yeah. Woo. So I constantly learn and upgrade my knowledge and duplicate what I know to my team members through reading. I've got lots of books here to share, like this one. I read the Harvard Business Review every month. It costs a lot, but I learned from from Mr. Isobe that if you want to be successful, you need to pay. Am I not right? You need to pay for GoPro too. You need to pay for EKW. There's no such thing as free training. So yeah, I read it to improve my knowledge for my own life and business. Is been very helpful. And as you all know, Harvard is one of the world-renowned and best colleges in the world. So documentation beats conversation. And this is good. The work from anywhere future, from Harvard Business Reviews. And just a bunch of good books. And listening to podcasts, watching videos on successful entrepreneurs like Grant Cardone, He-Man's #1 favorite, Eric Worre, Gary Vee, and a bunch of these great successful people. I learned so much from them. I'm still learning from them. And I provide weekly and monthly training for team. So in order to get to know the latest news on about the company or latest products or latest promotions, I often go through Daniel DiMarcali. If you know who he is, he has monthly webinar that I watch every month. Sam's obviously he podcasts on WhatsApp. I read eFriends. I'm probably the #1 eFriends fan because whenever I go to the office, I pick up a copy. I've had the eFriends every month without a miss. If I do miss, I did miss twice or 3 times, and I've got 3 copies ready for those missed 3 times from the other country, which is which is Thailand. Yeah. So because reading this gets you an idea of what is going on, people who are using the products, people successful story on income and many stuff. And I will read the Japan edition one online because I cannot get it because it's only available in Japan. The reason why I read it because it here provides health reports. And if I want to know, especially on the 2.5, the hygiene and everything, if I want to know what the reports are all about, I talk to my Japanese friends. I have them translated. And do you recognize anybody here? Oh, there's Sifu Nori and Sifu Zahid. And this particular edition has my mom featured as well when she gave a talk in the Tokyo branch. Yeah, oh, gorgeous lady. Okay. And I promote events, EKW, GoPro. I got so much value from GoPro, and I've been promoting it since after the last day of it. And I'm going to continue promoting events because I'm full-time in the business and I want to help people. I want to get people to see what the company can potentially offer to improve their life. So I've got team members in Malaysia, Thailand, Philippines, India, and many, many more are coming up. I'm so excited. I continue to grow, enjoy, and trust the process. I continue to recruit. I share the product like anybody else. I share the opportunity like you guys, and follow up just like anybody else. I use the product religiously, operate it, and I love it. Like, it's something that I cannot live without. Don't you agree? It is the first thing you see when you wake up. It is the last thing you see before you go to bed. If it goes missing, you will freak out. If you agree with me, put 8 on the chat box. If the machine is missing, if the machine in your home is missing, and you will freak out, put 8 if you agree with me. Yeah. My business dreams. I intend to become 682 before May 1st, 2021, which is 4 months from now. Oh, very soon. It's about 120 days. Yep. I intend to become -2 before February 1st. That is the week I turn 31. Yeah. And I want to become a -3 on just around Christmas Eve in 2022. And when I see people sell the Kangen machines to celebrities, I develop the faith that I am able to do the same. So I want to sell units to some of my favorite celebrities, some of the people I idolize for since my childhood. So I want to make a meal, an unforgettable meal for Mr. and Mrs. Oshiro at EAPA or their home. Speaking of making the meal part, so I never liked cooking so much. And I am always washing the dishes when my mom is done cooking. And slowly I see, I watch, and I feel like I want to do something with my hands. So as time goes by, now I can cook almost everything. And I tell you what, if you know how to 100% utilize the machine besides seeking for sick people, every one of you will be a chef. Yeah, every one of you will be a chef, because when you know how to use the 2.5 and 11.5 for food preparation, when you see all the chemical or harmful pesticides come out or removed from there, it makes your job easier. Just try it, and everyone, like I said, can be a chef. I'm not a professional chef. I learned from my mom. I do know a good friend of mine, a big brother of mine, who is professional chef, and a bunch of chef friends. I always get ideas from them to improve my culinary skill, and that's why I imagine myself making a Kangen nice meal for Mr. and Mrs. Oshiro. Of course, how can I not make the kind of delicious meal for my uplines when I hit my dream there? My team members, close friends who have helped me become a better person. And the last thing is I want to make these specific countries my upcoming empires. Mexico, Canada, Russia, France, Japan, and Korea. These are the countries where the sales, I don't know, has been 2-digit for years. Canada is doing well. Canada is doing well. If you like what Sam says, if you have known him long enough, or you have worked with him, or you have brought your prospects to see him, he often says, like, let's pick Russia, for example. Let's pick Russia. Russia is doing 20 sales. That's the, excuse me, before that, I've got a bad news and good news for you. The bad news, which one would you like? Bad news or good news? If I pick bad news, he would say, Russia is doing 20 sales every month. Fine, no market. And would you like to hear the good news? Russia is doing 20 sales per month. Got it? Get it? Okay. My personal dreams. I forgot to include that I want to become a 6-figure consistent earner. So when I hit that, I'm able to use my money and buy lots of Kangen machines and give away to close friends, to whoever needs my help, because I know people are seeking help for financial, for mental, for overall bodily health. So yeah, that's my personal dream. 2 of my personal dreams. I want to own no car. It's fun. It's funny, right? Because men should know about car. Yeah, I agree with that. So it makes them look very cool. Well, depending on what brand you take. I don't know. I just that probably would change in years to come. But for now, starting from now to I don't know how many years, in how many years, I want to own no car. I want to take more public transport, or if I ever go to for a quick short trip, I probably hire a driver. Even doing demo, doing the deep cleaning, I intend to take Grab instead of driving. Let's see. That's one of my dreams, and I want to have a minimalist home. If you know the definition of minimalism, it is to live with less. So in my home now, very cozy and tiny, I am proud to say I'm not owning many stuff. It can be better. It can be more extreme, but for now, I'm doing well. I have got a corner where my books are placed. I have got a corner where my clothes are properly folded and placed. And what else? And the rest belongs to my mom. Yeah. And I want to spend money freely. go travel anytime, anywhere, whenever, however I want. Who doesn't want to spend money freely, go travel anytime, anywhere, whenever, however they want, right? If you do one, put 8 on the chat box. If you want to have financial freedom and do what you want, what you like. And I learned from Mr. Isobe that even having an ideal spouse must be crystal clear too. So I'm single, but my ideal Valentine is someone who has short hair, beautiful teeth, and she must be communicable. That means we have to communicate all the time in order to last our relationship. Yeah, because I have average teeth, so my girlfriend's teeth must look more beautiful than mine. Yep. You know, all the achievements that I have just shared with you, my biggest one is my personal growth. The biggest one. After being with Enagic for so long, for 7 years, 8 years, my personal growth. If you look at the mark on the one with cap, I'm not interested to talk to you in anything. Basketball was my priority. Did LeBron score 50 again? Did the Lakers win 5 games in a row? Kobe Bryant made 85 points for how many games? That was my only conversation. I'm not interested to talk to you anything. And how about the mark on the other side? He's more caring, he's more friendlier, he's more easygoing, he loves himself, he tries to live in the moment, he's refined, he pays attention to details, he always wants to improve, to get better in anything that he does. And speaking on getting better, I want to show a short video clip on getting better. In anything that you do, you'll be surprised because we are always about when to hit the 6A, when to hit 6A2. Yeah, that's important too, to have a crystal clear plan, goal. But pay attention to yourself as well. And before I play the video, if there's any new distributor here in this Zoom, or you are brand new, you have not bought a machine yet, or you are still 3A, 4A for a long time, I was there before. I went through, I had struggled, and I was there before. So to get you motivated, I'm just going to show you 2 stuff before I end my session today. So just 2 stuff. I'm going to play a short clip. And right here.
Kobe taught us to be better.
Don't cheat me. Push. Wake up every single day to get better today than you were yesterday, whatever it takes.
Better dreamer. Better waker. Better stretcher. Better walker. Better talker. Better walking the walk and talking the talk. Better blocker. Better sprinter. Better loser. Better winner. Just be better.
Do the simple stuff right.
Better form. Focus. Better friend. Better fighter. Better rider. Better eater. Better leader. Better generation. Better nation. Just be better. Can you do that?
Let's go. Back at it.
Better player. Better shooter. Better scorer. Better coach. Yep. Better coach. Better mentor. Better minor. Major. Mover. Shaker. Better skater. Better artist. Yeah. Better teacher. Better preacher. Better believer. Better first. Better future. Better hero. Again. Better hero. Better mother. Yeah. Better father. Better father. Better father. Better father. Better father. Better me. Better you. Better us.
Mamba out.
Better. Forever.
Does anyone know who he is? He's one of the winners that I've idolized for 10 years. Yeah. So yeah, he accidentally died of a helicopter crash, and I'm going to remember the day very well on the day he died because it's on my birthday. Yeah. So you don't really know when you are gone. Am I right? And just if you miss someone, call her or him and said, "I miss you very much." And if you have crashed on someone, tell her or him. If you love someone, say "I love you," because we do not want to have no regret. Simple as that. Kobe has a good family. He is father of 4 daughters, a beautiful wife, and when he was gone, he's just 41, just too early. Yep. Last sharing before I am done. Again from Mr. Isobe. This is one of the things that keep me going whenever I'm awake in the morning. It's the success philosophy created by Napoleon Hill. Okay, listen carefully. If you think you are beaten, you are. If you think you dare not, you don't. If you like to win by a thing you cannot, it's almost certain you won't. You would not. If you think you will lose, you are lost. For out of the world refined, success begins with your will. It's all in a state of mind. If you think you're broke, you are very, very broke. That's from me. You've got to think high to rise. You've got to be sure of yourself before you can ever win the prize. Life battles don't always go to the stronger or faster person. But sooner or later, the one who wins is the one who thinks he can. Woo! I repeat, the one who wins is the one who thinks he can. Period. Yep. I promised myself not to cry, but in case I did, I have my paper ready here. That didn't happen. All right. So I'm done with my sharing, but before I do that, I want to acknowledge a few people here on Zoom who have helped me to grow as a better human being every day. Excuse me. Sam and Cora, Simon, my beer buddy, Bernard Chan, and whoever, Himan, whoever isn't in my team, the upline, subline team members, if you have met me, you are part of my family too. You have not met me in person, we'll see each other soon because the office is open again. Yeah. And how can I not thank this specific person? My direct sponsor, my mom, Connie. He's literally sitting next to another room. So whatever you see me here is from her. I'm in the male version of her. And we argue a lot. She's constantly parenting me, but she's always right. And I'm gonna let her parent me for the rest of my life, whether I'm 50 or 60, because whether you are married whether you are just 5 years old, you are always a mama's baby boy. True or true? If true, put in 5 on the chat box if you agree with me. Yeah. So, Mama, I love you. Can you hear me? Yeah. So, I just want to say that we're going to keep improving ourselves and let's make our dreams come true one by one. All right, Mama? All right, so I'm done with today sharing. I shall.
Thank you, Mark.
Another time. Yep.
Thank you so much. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, can we give Mark a big round of applause? I'm gonna unmute Mark's upline. Wait, let me unmute Mark's upline. Connie, how are you proud to have Mark as your son after today's sharing? Confessing his love to you as a mother and an upline, amazing.
There's so much tears.
So how do you feel, you know, you and Mark, mother and son duo, what was the experience? You guys have been going through these few years and looking forward for the years to come. How are you feeling now?
I have lots of confidence in him because he is very disciplined. Maybe because of basketball. And the thing about him is he is willing. He's always willing to make changes. Sometimes when I of course, in order to have a smooth communication, I have to say things, make the wrong things to right things in a very subtle way. And of course, he will not be happy, show his long face. But I always have to show him, explain in detail. And when he gets it, he acknowledges it. He makes changes really fast. So I think we have the best partnership in this business. And we are really looking, and he wants to make sure that wherever he goes, I follow him as well.
Mm.
The beginning stage was wherever I go, wherever I went, he followed me. Now it's the other way around.
Wow. You must be so happy. So awesome. Really nice to hear that. So really beautiful to hear such a story. And I'm very touched from Mark sharing. And also I can actually feel, I'm not a mother, but I can actually feel how Connie must have felt to have a son like Mark to do the business together as partners. Truly, truly amazing. All right. So thank you so much, Mark, Connie, for amazing sharing, and all the people that have been here to listen to their journey. And I just want to actually probably summarize a few things that I got from Mark before we end the call, because now it's already about 1 p.m. Malaysian time. We're going to end very, very soon. What I learned from him was to use the Energic tools. I think a lot of people are, maybe you are doing that, maybe you're not. The tools, the magazines, the trainings from company, all this can also instill a lot of confidence in our own self as part of this amazing company. Be more involved with the e-friends, the newsletter, and learn from achievements from other distributors in other countries, other groups, and that we can keep ourselves instilled and rooted in this company. And every time I attend an Energic event, just like this, just a Zoom call like this, I feel so much more planted in Energic. So I think all these things are going to help us and help our team to grow further. And also what Mark actually highlighted was promoting events. Promote events. All the way. And the last thing I want to talk about is Mark was very smart, very sharp to listen to top leaders that talk about markets that have potential to grow. And if you're doing your business domestically and you want to look for another market, you need to know which market to go to and seeing the opportunity there. So a lot of stuff I got from Mark, and thank you so much. And hope you guys have learned a lot. So see you guys